Welcome back to another edition of A Couple of Drinks with the Clarks. Tonight's feature, Absolute Grapefruit Vodka. Nice. Huh? Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back to our show, everybody. Welcome to A Couple of Drinks with the Clarks. Of course, we are the Clarks. I'm Matt, and this is... I can hardly wait.
Someone who's already exceeded their drink maximum for the day.
Yes. This is my wife's 3-drink limit. Or 3-drink minimum, I should say.
Oh, I'm Patty.
So tonight, folks, we are talking about Absolute Grapefruit and Absolute Vodka Original. So,
Yay.
originally, Absolute was started back in 1879 by a gentleman by the name of Lars Olsen Smith. Actually, this is a picture of him right there. That actually is not a picture of Orson Welles, as most people think it is.
Merlin Olsen from Lost.
No, not even close. So it's created with winter wheat that is grown in Aarhus, Sweden. The water, which they cut to bring it down to 80 proof, is from an aquifer that's 140 meters down below the distillery, and it's runoff from the mountains and stuff. It's very clean, crisp water. So, Absolute is a vodka that does things a little bit differently. They are a carbon neutral facility.
Eco-friendly.
Yes, that's why it says, my vodka gives a shiznit. With the I is actually the Absolute bottle.
Wow.
And the reason why they say that is because they're carbon neutral. 40% of this glass bottles are recycled glass.
I love their glass bottles.
And this is, it's iconic. If you see it on the back bar, it's Absolute.
Exactly.
It's one of those things. So they do a lot for the environment. They've been doing things for the environment before it was cool to do things for the environment.
Right.
So to create themselves as a carbon neutral facility, what happens is when you distill, a lot of the gases that come off are carbon dioxide. Mm-hmm. So it's, it eats the sugar, gives off heat and carbon dioxide. So the carbon dioxide, they measured what they produce for a year, and what they did is they planted around the facility enough trees to counteract it. So trees take in the carbon dioxide and expel oxygen. So it's really they do amazing things. So
that's awesome.
Let's try the Absolute 80.
How do you say Sweden without following up with a meatball like Swedish? Swedish meatball.
I'm from Sweden. Yeah, that's it.
As soon as I heard you say
it's a Trading Places
Sweden,
reference.
I was like, Swedish meatball.
I have no idea.
Can't help it every time I hear that.
Anyway, so we're going to taste the regular 80. Now, the thing about vodka is there's some companies out there that basically distill it and filter it to the point where there's no flavor. Mm-hmm. This actually has flavor. You can tell it's made from wheat.
Right.
The analogy is this when you're talking about spirits. Mm-hmm. When you're talking about like bourbons, for instance, if they're made with more rye than wheat, mm-hmm. The analogy is like the difference between a piece of wheat bread and a piece of rye bread. Mm-hmm. The rye is a little more pungent, a little tougher. The wheat is softer, smoother, not as pungent. So that's where you get this, and it's winter wheat, which grows tremendously.
So
what?
It's funny that you say that, because now I can smell like wheat.
Kind of, yeah.
A little bit. Not,
mm-hmm.
I mean...
No, not like beat you over the head with a bale of hay.
No, but yeah, it has a smell.
Like
it's not like
smell.
Nothing to it at all.
Cheers, love you.
Okay, cheers, love you. Jeez, you're rushing me.
So the nice thing about that is it has like a creaminess to it.
Mm-hmm.
It has some flavor.
It does have flavor.
Yeah.
It definitely has flavor.
And you know
But
what's
it's not
vodka.
an overpowering
But no, it's
flavor
not-
by any means.
It's not like, I mean, some vodkas you drink, it's like drinking nails.
Yeah,
But this
no.
This is actually very
I could
smooth.
drink. I could drink this straight. I mean, I'm
You are.
obviously with no problem at all.
You are. So now let's taste the grapefruit. Now,
Okay.
the way they make their grapefruit or their flavored vodkas is a lot different than any other company. What these guys do is when they are boiling
Smells good.
and the alcohol vapors are releasing, okay? What happens is they go up into a column and then over, and then it's cooled and it turns back into a liquid. But as it's escaping for and through the vapor process, there's like these screens that hold grapefruit peel. So instead of macerating the fruits with the vodka, this
Right.
actually goes through the distillation process, and it grabs all the natural flavors. And Absolute flavors are 80 proof. Everybody else is 70. So this is a true vodka.
Yep.
Okay.
It
So
smells really
I mean,
good.
yeah. As soon as you pour it, it's like boom, hit you in the face with grapefruit. It's almost like Gallagher. Bang.
I was gonna say, what do you mean by that?
Gallagher. It's the sludge-o-matic on the watermelon. It goes. That's like this is the grapefruit.
That's not a Gallagher. That's called a, what is that called?
Gallagher's the comedian that
Oh.
hits with a sludge-o-matic.
Now I need to know, what is the name of the thing?
A mallet.
Oh.
It's the sludge-o-matic that Gallagher uses. Anyway, moving along.
It smells really good.
It's gorgeous, and it's just really. You really tell that it's grapefruit.
I probably should have found out that we were doing Absolute Grapefruit because
Because why?
I think one of my antidepressants says not to drink grapefruit with it.
Great. It's going to be a bumpy ride tonight.
Maybe.
So anyway, because they're 80 proof, they lend themselves to make great cocktails.
Yeah.
Because it's... Well,
What is that great cocktail that
now,
I'm drinking?
this is called... I looked it up on the Absolute website, which they have a ton of great cocktails. This is called the Rose Kennedy Cocktail Era.
Rose Kennedy cocktail.
Rose Kennedy
Fancy.
Cocktail Era. Ask not what your cocktail can do for you, but what you can do for your cocktail.
I shouldn't ask who said that, right?
No, you should not ask who says that.
I'm
'Cause
just kidding, I know.
Nobody really actually said it.
I know.
They said something similar.
I'm going like that. I know. Just
So anyway, cheers.
okay, cheers.
Oh, so anyway, this is Absolute Grapefruit,
Yes.
club soda, some cranberry, and a lemon. We've
Oh, I drink that all the time. I
we've
didn't know it had a name.
I know. Somebody probably just threw a name on it to say so.
Rose Kennedy.
Era. Nice.
Swedish meatball.
Wow.
So, Absolute Grapefruit has got, just I have to taste this first.
Delicioso.
So, Absolute Grapefruit. So, grapefruits are like grapes on steroids, right? Like,
No.
Hans and Franz. I'm
No.
going to pump you up. What do you mean, no?
No, it's a totally different thing. Grape is a grape.
Grapefruits aren't
Grape
grapes?
is a grape, and grapefruits are citrus. Alrighty.
Good question. No question is a dumb question. I
Now
don't
when
want to.
now when you're in quarantine, you're doing
You're a bad teacher.
drinking show.
You're a bad teacher.
You know, you're being homeschooled with a cocktail in your hand. Enjoy. Yeah, can you imagine the leaders of our country in a few decades? They've all been homeschooled by a bunch of drunks.
My God, thank God my son's grown up.
Oh. Right, well,
All right. Well, anyway.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it, and you putting up with our silliness. And thanks so much. Take care of each other. Oh, also
Get an education.
I put up on Facebook today ABSOLUT did something really awesome in New York City. Some of the hardest hit hospitals, they've joined with a natural juice company, and they've sent out 750s along with some fresh fruit juice and a jigger to some of the hospitals that have been hit so hard with the virus, to give it to the healthcare workers.
Aww.
So a nurse actually took a picture of what they were sent, said thank you, and so that's on my Facebook page.
Yeah,
You
there
wanna check
is
it out.
nobody that needs a drink
So,
right
yeah,
now more than
definitely,
them.
definitely.
God
So-
bless them.
So let's raise our glass to our first responders.
Cheers to our
and
first responders, all of
God
you.
bless you all. We love you.
God
and,
bless you.
Let's all have a couple of drinks when it's all
All
over.
right, couple of drinks.
Cheers.
Stay safe, everybody. Don't get yourself right up over there and turn that off.
Honey, that's not even close. Era.